Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to That Magic Guy, your go-to space where everyday people learn how to do impossible things. If this is your first time here, grab a seat and let's dive into something mind-blowing today. So last week I conducted a poll on my channel to see what type of tricks you guys are interested in, and the results were quite obvious. So therefore, today we're not doing just any card trick. We're about to pull off a full-blown mental miracle that makes your audience question whether you're a magician or a mind reader. This one's a mentalism style routine, and it's clean, elegant, and hits hard. You don't need stooges, electronics, or complicated gimmicks. What you do need is confidence, a pen, a few slips of paper, and your trusty deck of cards. That's it. Now here's the kicker. You'll apparently predict three things: a playing card, the name of someone your spectator loves, and a dream destination they'd love to visit with that person. And all of it feels so fair, so impossible, that when the final reveal happens, jaw drops. I promise once you master this, you'll have a go-to miracle ready for any close-up or casual performance situation. All right, now let's roll the full performance, and then I'll break it all down in the tutorial section. So let's imagine I'm sitting across from my spectator. Let's call her Jessica. I've got a deck of cards in front of me, 3 small slips of paper, and a pen. I tell her, Jessica, we're going to try something a little different. I want you to imagine I'm not a magician right now, but a mind reader. I casually riffle down the cards and ask her to say stop whenever she wants. Let's say she stops right over here. I tell her, hold on to that card. Don't look at it just yet, and don't let me see it either. That card will come back into play later. Then I say, let's take this a step further. I want you to think about someone really important in your life. Someone you love deeply. It could be your partner, a parent, a close friend. Picture their face in your mind, but don't say their name out loud. Got it? She nods. I stare into her eyes as I'm trying to read her thoughts. I grab the first slip of paper and slowly start writing. Then I place the slip face down in front of her. I've committed to my impression, I say. Now, for the first time, what was the name you were thinking of? Let's say she says Ryan. I just smile and nod. Ryan. Beautiful choice. Next, I continue the performance and say, let's imagine you and Ryan are going somewhere, your dream destination. Close your eyes and picture it. Don't say anything, just feel it. Imagine walking the streets, hearing the sounds, smelling the air. You're really there with him. I grab the second slip of paper and concentrate on reading her thoughts. After a couple of seconds, I begin writing again. I place the second slip face down in front of her. Then I ask her, I have already committed to my prediction. Now, for the first time, what place were you thinking of? She says, Tokyo. I smile wide. A nice choice. We'll come back to that in a second. Now, for the final part. Jessica, remember that card you've been holding since the beginning? Go ahead and look at it now. She flips it over and sees the card. I promise I am not looking at the card when I'm recording. I have my head turned the other way. While she is looking at her selected card, I say to her, stare at that card. Think of it. Visualize it burning into your thoughts. I'm going to try and name it. I pick up the third and final slip. I write down the card that I think Jessica is thinking of, and then place it down with the others. Now is the time for the big finale. Let's start with the person you were thinking of. You said Ryan, right? She nods. I turn over the slip, the one where I wrote Ryan. Nailed it? Next I ask, and the place? You said Tokyo, right? I turn over another slip. It says Tokyo. Another hit. And now, the card you've been holding since the very start. You just looked at it. For the first time, turn over the card. It's the 8 of diamonds. I say, let's see what I wrote way before you told me anything. I turn over the last slip. 8 of diamonds. Boom! And there it is. The triple reveal, perfectly sequenced, flawlessly executed. Okay, let's walk through what just happened. This entire trick is built on the one-ahead principle. That means you always write down the answer to the previous question, not the one they're currently thinking of. It gives the illusion that you're reading their mind in real time when you're really just staying one move ahead. To begin, you need to force a card. It can be any method you're comfortable with, but for this routine, it has to be clean and confident. My go-to force is the reliable riffle force. Here's a quick tutorial on the same. You start by secretly noting the top card of the deck. Let's say it's the King of Spades. Give the deck a single cut, but keep a slight pinky break above the cut so that your force card is right below this break. Hold the deck in your left hand and riffle down the side with your thumb. Ask your spectator to say stop anywhere. Now here's the move. No matter where they stop, you lift the cards at your break and cleanly force them to take the force card, King of Spades, every single time. It feels fair, looks fair, but you're always in control. Just a quick tip on the riffle force. When holding the deck in your left hand, make sure to cover the top edge with your right hands. Fingers like this, it helps to hide the move when you lift the pile above your break. So at this moment, you have already forced the King of Spades. You know it, they don't. This is your only piece of information at the start, and it is crucial. Then you ask them to think of someone they'd love. You pretend to read their mind and write down their answer, but you actually write down the King of Spades, the forced card. You don't know the person's name yet. This paper is your one-ahead setup. After you write down the card and set the paper aside, you ask, I have committed to my prediction. For the first time? What was the name? They say something like Ryan. Now you know the name. You smile, act like you expected it, and commit it to memory. The act of smiling in a knowingly way while they tell you the name of the person is really important to sell the illusion that that's what you have written down on the slip. You now ask them to think of a destination. While they're concentrating, you pretend to write the destination, but you're actually writing Ryan, the name you just learned. Turn it over, place it down, then ask them the destination. They say Tokyo. You remember this, it's your next prediction. Remember to act and smile just like you did when they told you the name. Then finally you tell them to look at their card, the King of Spades. They see it for the first time. You act like you're focusing on it psychically and write your final prediction, but this time you're writing Tokyo, the destination they just revealed. Now you reveal the information starting with the person's name. Gather up the slips and take a look and reveal each slip correctly. Reveal Ryan for the person. Reveal Tokyo for the place. Ask them to turn over or name the card, then open the slip to reveal King of Spades. This effect relies a lot on acting. Your facial expressions, your pauses, your writing motions, everything needs to scream, I'm reading your thoughts. Also, in the end, don't rush to show the paper. Let the tension build. Let them say it first. And if they say, wait, didn't you write that earlier? Play it off. Most won't notice, especially if you control the flow with confidence. This trick is a mentalism gem. It's simple, sure, but In the hands of a good performer, it feels like you just tapped into someone's soul. It's personal, it's emotional, and that's where the magic really happens. You've just made someone feel like their thoughts weren't private, that somehow you saw them. You didn't just guess a card. You uncovered a connection, a person they love, and a dream they hold dear. And you did it with nothing but paper, a pen, and a little psychological sleight of hand. The one-ahead principle is criminally underused. It's not flashy like a double lift, but when done well, it kills. It's invisible. And the best part? Once you master it, you can adapt it into so many routines, birthdays, favorite movies, random objects. The structure stays the same, but the impact is infinite. So go out there and try it. Practice the pacing, nail the acting. Make it feel like a conversation, not a trick. And the next time someone says, "Can you read minds?" you'll smile and say, "Want to find out?" If you enjoyed this routine, drop a comment with your favorite moment. And if you've got your own spin on the one-ahead principle, I want to hear it. Like, share, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell so you never miss a drop of magic. I drop out new content every Friday. Until next time, I'm That Magic Guy, and remember, real magic doesn't fool the eyes, it touches the heart.